Oh, hello everyone. How are you doing? Is all right. Good morning. It is a late one as ever. This is the last word. Last gasp. Equaliser. Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to the last word. I am pretty tired. I'm not going to lie. It is morning doing these videos. Madness. But Newcastle have came away with a last gasp equaliser at St James's Park, keeping their good record against Aston Villa at home intact. Welcome to the latest video. That's the last word. If you can, hit that like button because I'll not be done until 1 a.m. So thank you very much if you can. That'd be lovely. Members get loads more videos, exclusive videos. Click that join button to have a little look. Keep your comments coming because I will be reading some of them out. And as ever, if you are staying up late or you're watching the rerun of this, thank you for obviously option selecting for NFTV. So we're going to have a look at the lineups, the match. We've got Sam's reaction, and we've also got Jamaal Lascelles, Steve Bruce. We're going to have a look at the league table, although it feels much better that we came away for a point. At the end of the day, it's just a point. That's all we've got again tonight. But I cannot tell you, when that goal went in from Jamaal Lascelles, Jesus, I screamed the place tune. I think a couple of the other lads did as well. I've got a short clip of everybody's reaction to when Lascelles scored. Have a look at this.
Ah, you fucking bastard! Fucking come on! Fucking good! Yes!
What the fuck?
Yes! Come on!
We fucking scored.
Fuck yeah!
Come on! Get in there!
I can't believe I've never been able to see this.
So that was everybody's reaction. I think we're not really celebrating the draw. I think we're just relieved that we haven't got beat because we've seen it all season that when we go behind and the football's not great, it's like, oh, well, we know what's coming. This is the defeat. We never score last-minute equalisers. It's very rare. And we'll never score last-minute winners. That's extremely rare as well. But that small moment of good feel factor, that relief was there. I was like, thank God for that. And, you know, the negative is that we haven't won. But the positives is that point might save Newcastle at the end of the season. You just never know. But yeah, we'll delve onto the league table a little bit later on. Let's have a look at what he's saying in the league. You can tell I'm tired. What he's saying in the comments, sorry. Smash that like button, please. Please do. Big point, but we could say that we could have won. Yeah, exactly what I was just said there, Ollie. A point was fair, says Tangy as well. It's too late to change the manager. Need to be Brighton. That's a huge game next week. Build up for that, of course, will be later on the week. Imagine Joe Litton had a bit of a final end product. You could have had a hat-trick tonight. Should have won, says Thomas. He's another one who agrees as well. Joe Litton quicker than people give him credit for. They are like the monkeys. Are you referring to Johnny's celebration? My neighbour's 94. She think she might have had a heart attack with a racket maybe dad made. Right. Fantastic. Good stories that. And if Bruce puts Carroll in before Mankio, we win this game. But yeah, we didn't, unfortunately. It's all ifs and buts. But let's go all the way back to the beginning with the lineup. With Aston Villa, what I noticed straight away was I looked at the bench and thought, El Ghazi on the bench. Obviously, he's had a troublesome toe. He did play. Ross Barkley's dipped in a bit of form. And Sanson as well, their new signing from Marseille, a French youth international, well, former French youth international, all on the bench. I was a bit surprised about that. Obviously, with Jack Grealish's mission, that was a huge boost for Toon fans. Let's not kid ourselves, because I think Emil Kraft would have had a lot more tougher night tonight. Obviously, with Trezeguet, a bit of pace. I don't think Trezeguet really proper troubled Kraft, if I'm being all honesty. Watkins, that's not going to go down as his goal. I think he was fairly quiet. Traore, obviously got injured quite early on. Douglas Luiz. So, I mean, they still got talent. Don't get me wrong. They still got plenty of talent in there. Have a look at then Newcastle's side. Same kind of system formation. Bruce has obviously said now twice that he's not going to change it. He's stubborn with it. The first thing I normally do is when I look at the lineup, I look at the bench first. I don't know what you do. You might look at the lineup first, but I always go straight to the bench and see where the options are. Carroll, Ritchie, Lewis, Hendrick, Fernandez, Mankio, Murphy, Sean Longstaff. Obviously, no Matty, no Elliott. They played for the under-23s and get a look in. Well, Matty played the full 90 against Sunderland. Dwight Gill back in the start lineup. Joe Litton was on the right, Fraser on the left, Willock, Shelvey, Hayden were in the middle, Dummett on the left, again keeping Lewis out the side. First time that's happened this season, that Lewis has missed the last two games. not starting. And then you had Lascelles, Kraft, and Emil Kraft as your right back. And obviously, there was a little bit of chat that Javier Manquillo might come in. The lineup, I wasn't. It's difficult when you've got Wilson, ASM, and Almiron out. So whoever comes in, they're not going to be at that level. Fraser, if he keeps playing regular basis, Fraser could get to that level. I think he is getting better game by game. Ryan Fraser, I think he was good tonight. I don't like him in this false nine though, but when he does go out wide, I think he is a lot more of a weapon, so to speak. Gale going out wide, I don't agree with that. When Wilson the first game he was missing, Gale was played over that right hand side. I just didn't like it, and then he's played again. And I thought tonight he's going to play for the middle. He's going to get some sniffs around the box, 6-yard box, scuffles. Gale's perfect for that. But the game kind of passed him by, to be fair. And to be honest, the one who probably stood out more is Joe Litton for several reasons. Joe Litton worked his arse off the night. Cannot really grumble against that. I thought he was fantastic on that side. Loved the power, the strength causing Mings problems, more so first half. Second half, I love the fact that he went past, love the bit where he turned the man and went past 2 players. I love that about Joe Litton. Haven't seen that much of him, but his end product has let we're down again, because the first opportunity here, he takes too long in the first half. We'll come to the chance later on in the second half, but it's similar to West Brom. He's in that similar right-hand position. He's just got to go and blast it, man. Blast it. If it doesn't go in, it might ricochet off the goalkeeper. It might come back, hit a defender. It might fall to one of our attackers. You've just got to proper get your head down and smash it. But it's the end product. But overall, his gameplay was brilliant. But his end product was woeful. And the first half, it was slightly Newcastle, maybe at times, but slightly Villa times. In all honesty, there's probably really, if a neutral watch this, they'll probably say it was 50-50. Villa weren't great. I didn't think Villa were great tonight. I'm not going to lie either. I didn't think Villa were anything special than neat. I know they've had better results earlier on the season, played much better football than they did than neat. But Villa were pretty average tonight. Dubravka, was he really tested the neat? And were Newcastle creating enough chances for me? No. And I think Villa, for me, when they lost Traore to injury, I think that's when they started to slow down a little bit in attacking third. I just didn't feel Villa threatened with enough. I know they probably scored from the best chance, really, which we'll talk about the second half. But yeah, Traore goes off injured, and El Ghazi, who's been in fantastic form, as I say, very surprised not to see him start the game. But Traore was off, El Ghazi was on. You got to just be careful of him. But the other chance, which we'll come on to, Joe Litton, man. Oh man, it was so frustrating because he tries to. Oh, look at the angle, man. Just smash it. This is his second chance. Just hit it, man. Blast it. I know it's a confidence thing, but honestly, man, he's got to just smash that. That's 2 of them. And again, West Brom, he really has. He's just got to blast that. And it's so frustrating because should Joe Litton really be in the side? Of other aspects of his game have definitely improved. You can say that, but we need goals at the end of the day. Goals is going to keep it up. So, well, obviously we'll talk about the Murphy crossbar because it all then kind of all happened in a very short periods in a minute. But we'll read some of your comments out. Bloke needs confidence, says Daniel. But the problem is, how long do you give him? This is his second season. It's going to be his 2 seasons. And honestly, if it's Stupid Big came in for, even if it was a loan, if someone came in 2 million and get him off the books for a year, fucking hell, I would do it. Joe Litton did play better tonight. I would totally agree, but his end product is, oh man. Why the hell is Hayden, first of all, playing over towards the left? I mentioned this, I spotted this, Ollie, in the counter video I did earlier on this week. Hayden's moving over the left, protecting Dummett, which I didn't get. I really didn't get. Dubravka made a save just before we equalised. Yes, it was a block. You're all right. And then why would you play Gale on the wing, says Mickey. Being a Toon fan since 96, he's not number 9. He's worse than Bobby Sinton. Play Gale on the wing. He's not a number 9. I would say Gale should be playing for the middle. He really, really should. Ginger Hoskins, a regular commenter. Lee does not tell you Gale and Carroll aren't better than Joe Litton. Sorry, the recruitment team needs sacking. Needs to go and get an upcoming striker. I mean, Fraser's playing in the false nine. And when I mentioned, Fraser out wide looks so much better tonight. So much better. If he keeps having a run of games, I can see Fraser become more of an asset to it. He needs more and more game time. So it'll be interesting when the lads come back, ASM, Miggy, come back from international duty, whether Fraser stays in that side. Taking Krath off for Mankiw was stupid. Krath was playing okay. Mankiw let him cross. Krath was stopping them crosses from dangerous. And Murphy should have started. Well, I've said this in a video. When was the video I'd done? It was about a week ago. The two lads that have come in for ASM and Miggy being injured was Murphy and it was Fraser. It's almost like for like, it's pace. It gets you up the pitch. But Murphy played well when he came on. Never really had the chance to go and shine last video of the night. Thanks, Martin, for your nice, kind words. Hit the like button. That'd be fantastic. We've still got a lot to get through, by the way. We've still got the second half. We've still got Sam's clip. We've still got Bruce Lascelles, and we're going to take a look at the league table as well. But yeah, let's get back to the game then. So the substitutions. First of all, the substitutions for me last week when he brought Gale on for Hendrick for the home. What was that? The home one. I thought that was the right decision. That was really early on. I think the subs were too late today. He's not changing the formation. Andy Carroll was brought on the last 3 minutes again. I know we're 1-0 down, but he's bringing Andy Carroll on far too late in these last few games for me. Got to get them on earlier. Got to get them on earlier for me to make an impact. You can't expect Andy Carroll to come up with wonder goals or beating people in the air with 2-3 minutes to go and change a game, man. He's not Lionel Messi. And I didn't think Lionel Messi could do this in this side anyway. But I thought Paul Dummett was really good tonight on that left side, getting down. I criticised him on the channel. Says he's got to get forward. He's got to get like Lewis does. Lewis defensively is not as great as Dummett, but Dummett's got to do getting forward, and he did tonight. I like that performance. More of it, please, Paul Dummett. But yeah, there's a couple of bright sparks in there. But we're going into the second half now, and the golden chance, Murphy. If I'm being critical, he has to at least get it on target. I know he cuts back and he hits the bar, but that has to be surely on target for me. He hits the bar, and it kind of then the game opened up massively. That's got to go at least on target for me. For Murphy, he's only about 8 yards out. You can see the edge of the 6-yard box, the bottom left of your screen. Just so for me, that has to at least hit the target. And then the game started to open up, and Villa had really the only one chance, literally one chance that they had. For a minute, when they scored, I actually thought it was offside because the Villa, Ollie Watkins, wasn't really celebrating it. Maybe he already knew that was Clark's own goal, but it's just so unfortunate, man. And it would be ironic that it's a former villain who puts it in his back of his own net. And I thought, this is written. It's going to be a 1-0 win. A villain is the villain, so to speak. But yeah, you've got to stop the cross, first of all. Joe Litton's got to get working harder to help out further back. I know Newcastle are trying to go for the game, but just our luck, man, that it hits the underside of the bar, not the top of the bar. Whereas a few minutes earlier, Murphy wallops the bar. So, 10 minutes earlier, whatever it was. But it's so unlucky. And I actually thought, that's it. That's it. I think that's why you've seen the celebrations a little bit earlier on in the video, that everyone was so relieved, because I just thought, that's it, we're 1-0 doing. It's all about Brighton next week, but thank fuck we got that equaliser. And credit to, obviously, the crosses kept coming in, and then obviously Murphy picks up on the left-hand side. I'm sure it was Murphy, whips it in, and there's big, sexy Jamaal Lascelles once again. 2 and 3 games now for Jamaal Lascelles. Now, he should be scoring a lot more goals as a centre-back, and it's good to see him score a couple this month. So great header, fantastic header, and it felt like a win. It felt like a win the moment we scored. Felt like a win because I was screaming. You heard it earlier on. You heard Adam. He's high pitched, and you seen Johnny go wild and everything. It felt at that moment that that felt like a win because it was so. We're going to go get beat. We didn't come back at games. We didn't. Obviously, we drew the game, and looking at hindsight, overall, would you take a point against Aston Villa? That is the golden question, isn't it? Because Fulham then play Manchester City, and we are expecting, touch wood, that Manchester City give Fulham a bit of a hiding. 3 goals, 4 goals would be great to dent their goal difference, because remember, we'll play Fulham at the end of the season. We've got to start winning games. I think we had to win this game. I think we've Brighton won next week. Fuck me. Brighton won away. We've got an awful record down there. We've only won. Last time was in the Championship with Diarme fluke goal. And Perez, I got kicked out of the building that night, actually at work, for screaming the place down. But it's a huge game. We'll be building up to that. I'm starting to lose my voice, yeah. But that is massive next week. It is huge, because I feel that's a must-win. It's got to be a must-win, because after that, we've got then the tough run. And now the players will start coming back after international duty. We've got a really tough run. And now we've got Burnley in there. But it has to be a must-win. It's the biggest game of the season, by far, by an absolute clear mile. And then the Fulham one at the end of the season might be bigger than that. But because I'm losing my voice, I'm going to let Sam take over and have a drink of water. But I'll be back very shortly.
Thank you, Mr. Lawler. Well, I don't think we deserve to get beat tonight, but it was a very real possibility after Watkins or Clark own goal, unfortunately. It was a real possibility, and normally when we go 1-0 down, it's game over, that's it. It's done, finished, over with. And that would have been a real kick between the legs, and we would have been in serious trouble. We're all obviously Man City fans now as they play Fulham. But the late goal saved us. It's a point on the board, which is obviously better than nothing. That could be the point that saves us. We probably need 2 more wins and a draw. 34, 35 points. It could be huge. It's great to see the captain. He's the one fighting for the shirt. Lads like Jamaal Lascelles, Paul Dummett, they're the ones that we need around, and that could be the difference between Premier League and Championship next season. Bruce, obviously we know what he's like. He's an absolute horrendous manager, and not changing the formation in 2 games, 2 winnable games, over 180 minutes of football, when we've not really looked that threatening, to not change the system, which a system he introduced to accommodate our front 3, all of whom are injured. To not change that and to have such little flexibility in your system and your tactical nous, why not just go 4-2-3-1? We've been saying it for 18 months, nearly 2 years now on the channel. 4-2-3-1's the way to go. But look, it's a point on the board. We didn't lose against Villa. We didn't deserve to lose. The game was there for the taking. So it is slightly disappointing, but the way we got that late equaliser, look, Saturday against Brighton is one of the biggest games in the past 10 years for this football club. This is must win, not lose, whatever you call it. There can't be no slip-ups can be afforded, no more fuck-ups. This is everything. Everything matters.
Yeah, so that was Sam's thoughts earlier on, making the same things that I'm saying about the Brighton game, which is absolutely massive next weekend, isn't it? It's absolutely huge. But obviously we'll build up to Brighton, but we've got to win games, man. What's it now? 2 wins in 19? And how's Steve Bruce still in this role? 2 wins in 19. We've seen Chris Wilder leave today. He's got a better record than that currently on form, if you include his FA Cup games. It's frustrating. It is really frustrating, because at the end of the day, we could actually go and do it at the end of the season. We've got to win games. That's why I think Brighton, it has to be a must. It has to be a must, not a draw. Because Brighton win. Oh, fuck me. I dread doing the videos next week. We've got the league table to check up on in a second, but I wanted to get reaction from Jamaal Lascelles and Steve Bruce. Here it is.
Over the course of the game, I wouldn't say it was a fair result. I thought we were the better team. I thought we had the better chances. It was a difficult game, but in terms of chances created, I thought it seemed like we created the most. And then the one chance they had, a deflection that goes in. And I guess that's football, but we just have to keep fighting to the end, and we did. Yeah, exactly. I thought we was playing some good football. I thought defensively we were pretty solid all game. I thought, it was on the front foot. We were creating chances, but we weren't going in the back of the net. And then, the one chance they have gets a deflection, it goes in. It was hard to take, and at the end there we're just throwing everything forwards, and we got a bit of look back ourselves. Great ball. I think Jacob Murphy crossed it, and then I just went for it, and considering we were losing 1-0, I think it's a good point to take. Yeah, I think it takes character. I think it just takes character, leadership, and we just got to stick together. Positive thing, we've got a really tight group, and we all want to succeed. And I think the performances have been a lot better compared to the start of the season. And now we just need. I think we've had 3 draws now, but we need to start getting 3 points and winning games. Would have been devastated if we lost, but the fact we went down and then we made it 1-1. It's we're still fighting. It shows that we've got a lot of personality, a lot of character, and togetherness, and we just got to stick with it.
Well, there wasn't much in the game, was there? And it was arguably we've had the best opportunities and best chances. So I suppose but we've the goal that the score is is a bit of a fluke. The one thing you have to do then is still show a little bit of desire and hunger to get back into it, and we've done that. We've managed to scrape something out of it, but I think we at least deserve that. He's come in for a lot of criticism, Joe, but he's contributed to the team and his performance today. Of course, he needs to score a goal and be a bit of a hero for once, and that hasn't quite happened for him, but he's performing as well as he can do, and I'm sure there's a goal or 2 round the corner, we hope, of course, but his all-round performance I was pleased with. There's still 10 games, and we're unbeaten in the last couple, which, yes, we'd love to have won one of them, of course. That helps. We've got to still show the same attitude, and we're big players, hopefully, are around the corner maybe in the next couple of weeks. That'll certainly help, because we've been a bit hampered when a miss 1 is cruel enough, but when you're missing 3, then that gives us something to focus on, and I'm still convinced we'll be okay. Look, you gain from your experience. There's no question managing Newcastle is always difficult. There's a huge spotlight. We've got a magnificent support, which is demanding, of course, and that's the way it should be. But look, I'm ready for the challenge of it. I've been here around the block a long time, and them experiences, I hope, will prove vital.
Prove vital, yeah. Well, maybe be a bit vengeance and put an extra striker on when we're drawing the game, when we need to win. I wonder when he's going to come out and say it's a must-win game, because every time he said it's not a must-win game. He's going to have to start saying it soon, because we've only got 10 games left. That's all we've got. How's the bacon, did you say? Sam, who made his debut, who's our writer on Newcastle Fans TV, made his debut in the fan reaction show a little bit early on, so well done, mate. Listen, says Kenneth. Sick of the script Bruce has the media for the post-match. Murphy should have won the game. The shot that hit the crossbar, yeah, he's got to get on target, hasn't he? Listen, guys, we are missing our 3 best players. Does that count? Like, it's a valid point, but we've got to score goals. We've got to score goals. Look, we tried. I've been on the block. Yeah. I don't like when managers late. I can't even speak now because I'm tired. Don't like when managers make late changes when you're a goal down. Right. The last thing to look at is the league table, because all eyes will be on our relegation rivals over the weekend. So, of course, we'll be big Manchester City fans. I think Southampton are playing as well, one of the relegation lot as well. So if you have a look at that league table, so obviously it looks like Newcastle have played an extra game because they played tonight, but the only team that's got the game in hand more so is Brighton. But obviously we'll see all the other teams will start playing over the weekend. So Newcastle currently 2 points behind Burnley. So Burnley are still not out of it. I do still feel like Burnley will get out of it though. I think they've got enough. I think it's from one of 3 clubs really. At the moment, you'll still say it's one of 4 between Fulham, Brighton, Newcastle and Burnley, but I think Burnley will pull away. But I think it's between us, Brighton and Fulham who go down. Or Fulham are literally just 2 points behind us. They could go above us on the unlikely event that they beat Man City. But of course, we'll be looking at all of these teams around us. If we can keep Brighton beneath us after this weekend, that'll go into the next weekend. That's probably what Bruce is thinking. That'll be his logic. If Brighton don't win this weekend, as long as we keep Brighton underneath, we can come away from the Amex with a point. But I don't think a point's enough. I think we've got to win it. We've got to win it to pull ourselves away a little bit. Because after the international break, we've then got the tough running. And now we've got, as I mentioned earlier on the video, we've got obviously the players starting to come back, which is probably a good time for Newcastle at international break, but we should have won a lot more games. I pinpoint these 4 games. For me, we had to get 7 points or more. We're only on 3, so we're under target for me. And we've got to win games. It's simple as that. Whether we win ugly, we've just got to win. Lay your opinion. Will you stay up, pal? Come on, I think we will. I am worried, Kenneth. I'm not going to lie. I still think at the moment we'll just stay up. But I'm more worried if we don't start winning games. It's convincing me more that we're going to get doing. I'm still optimistic, though. I still am. To be fair, we've played well recently. However, we need to start actually scoring goals as well. And Aaron says, would you take a point against Brighton if you offered it? I know it's not a must-win if you want to stay up. I think we'll have to win. And we've got to get 3 points or 0. Give me that option, 3 points or 0, to risk it. If we're, I don't know, if you give us a scenario, Aaron, where we're 85 minutes and we draw 0-0, I would take off a midfielder or defender and chuck an extra striker on if we haven't already got a striker on. Go for it. Play 3 up top. I would take that risk. I'd rather have an extra body further up the pitch than having an extra one at the back. So if we've got, say, Carroll and Gale on as a striker, if Joe Litton's on the bench with 5 minutes to go, I'm chucking Joe Litton on for a midfielder or a defender. We've got a gun for it. We've got a gun for it. Not that I want a substitution that late, but you get me mindset, because we'll only play 1 up front. Play 3 up top. Fuck it. Go for it in the last 5-10 minutes. Why not? Why not? But that is a wrap, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed all of the coverage. We've been live since 7 p.m. So I'll start the night off. Dunton, I've been behind the scenes working all cards, descriptions, sharing the vid. Sam's helped us out on that as well. Thumbnails all been done. But yeah, that is it. We are planning on doing a video tomorrow. Brandon's also got his new series on NFTV Extra coming. A huge guest on Sunday. Massive guest. One of my all-time favourite Newcastle players is coming on Sunday. We haven't had him on the channel before, so stay tuned for that. We've got loads of stuff. We'll clip up the best of the fan clips. We've got tons and tons on both of our channels, but that is it. Thank you. Good night. Well, good morning. I'm going to work early in the morning, so I'm going to go back to bed now. Ta-ra, everyone. Bye-bye.